Hey y'all, how are y'all doing? Is everybody doing okay today? I certainly hope so. I was going to do a husband tag. I still might, but I like messed up my hair big time, messed up my makeup, and I don't know though. I kind of feel like I need to do a Bethany Bible devotion, so that is what I'm going to do. As you can tell from the background, I always change the background. By the way, this candle, I have to tell you, it's from Angela, a Southern Subby. It is a Waikiki Beach candle from Bath and Body Works, and I love it. And it came in this, she also got the little, what am I trying to call this? Pineapples container, which is really cute to put it in. But anyway, I just wanted to talk to you guys, and mainly about Jesus. So let's just get started. I've got my Apologetics Bible here today. This one is the Apologetics Study Bible. It's a Holman Bible, Holman CSB, Holman Christian Study Bible, I think is what it stands for. Anyway, it's beautiful brown leather. It's got lots of pages because it's the Bible. Okay, so let's get to it. How's your week been? I hope it's been a good week. I am purposely going to turn to where I want to talk to you from, and that is 1 Timothy. So if you guys want to put me on hold and go to 1 Timothy, it's towards the back of the Bible. And that's where I'm going to speak to you from. So, and please forgive me that my eyes do not look very luxurious today. I'm not about the makeup when I do these, so just deal with it. Okay. All right. So, today I want to talk to you guys about something that nobody likes to talk about, and they say, you know, you're in my business, get out my business, all that. And what is the subject? Money. Nobody likes to talk about money. I don't like to talk about it either, but I feel like we need to. Okay. All right. So I'm in 1 Timothy chapter 6, and I'm looking at 6 through 11 and 17 through 19. If you want to write that down and refer to it later. Okay. So the important thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is how to handle your money. I had all my credit card debts paid off, and then I charged again, and it's a really defeating feeling. So I totally understand. One of them, you guys know, I am making payments, 2 payments on my Barney's card for my Givenchy Indigonia. Okay, so here's the thing. That payment has a end in store. So I think if you're going to get in debt, that you do it like that. Or have a card like, I think Amex is a card that you cannot carry a balance with. So if you're going to be in debt, do it with someone who actually won't let you be in debt very long. So just because we all have a human nature that I'm going to talk about. Okay. I think we need to ask ourselves a question. How many of us think that if we just had enough money, we wouldn't have the problems we have? Or our problems would be better? Yeah, Beth, because then I could pay my bills. Yeah. We think about that if we have enough money, we have a hope of being able to get all that we need. Instead of placing our hope in Jesus. And people say, you know what? Pray now, give money later, or give money now, pray later. It's like, no, that's not how he does it. And so I guess what I want to talk to you about is that very thing. So some of you may think, well, this is really none of your business, and we don't need to talk about this on this channel. And here's the thing. This is the Bethany Bible devotion, and therefore it is up to me and my discretion what we will talk about and what we won't. And y'all asked me to talk about tough subjects, and certainly this is one of them. And let me tell you something as far as what we're going to talk about. Jesus talked about this 2/3 of Jesus' talks. I learned this through several pastors. were about money. 2/3. Why do you suppose that was? Why do you think Jesus talked about money and possessions so much? Why do you think that is? You sit here and think a minute. You decide. Why do you think he talked about it so much? We all desire money. We all feel we need money. Money isn't a bad thing. It can be a tool. So it's kind of neutral. Money isn't bad. You know, here's a great example. You can have fire, right? And fire can be good. Fire can be good because it can provide heat. It can provide cooking. It can, but it can be bad if it's in the wrong hands of someone like an arsonist who wants to burn things down. But it also can just be unwise to have fire. Like you can have somebody who plays with fire and they do the wrong thing and they cause harm when they didn't mean to, but that was unwise. Money is the same way. It can be good. It can be used for the good, and it's meant to be. It can be used for absolute evil. And y'all, I don't have to preach to you that. I mean, come on. You see evil in the world and money's behind it a lot of the time. Whether it's, drugs or trafficking or prostitution or whatever it is that you see that money is behind. Recently they came out with, a whole thing behind Planned Parenthood that they weren't just giving women choices and killing babies. They were selling body parts for money. So see, money can be used for evil. And then there's people who mean well with money, but it turns bad. What do I mean by that? In Proverbs 22:7, the Bible talks to us about being ensnared. Do you know what a snare is? It's a trap for an animal. And when they're in it, they can't get out. Have you ever felt that way about money? Debt? That you bought more than you could pay for, and it was something you couldn't get out of. And it was like slavery. You become enslaved to it. You have to do what it says, because now you have high interest rates, and you have to make a payment, and all that kind of stuff. And so it actually owns you instead of you owning it. Philippians 4 talks, and when you say exactly where, just go read the whole chapter of Philippians 4. It is so good for us to read the whole Bible, but go read that. It talks about our contentment and being content with what you have. And so what I wanted to talk to you guys today about money is what you can do to not let it own you. Okay? So first and foremost, I'm on a YouTube channel, and I do things about makeup, hair, handbags, clothing, jewelry, things that are all materialistic and all could be misconstrued as something that if you don't have what I have, or you lust over it, you wish you had it, you envy it, that could be a really bad thing. That's not ever what it's intended to be. It's meant to be artistic and fun. And half of what I have I already had, and I'm just bringing out. Or I may go buy a new palette and review it for you. But the big deal that you can't do is compare yourself to another person, whether it's me or anyone else. Let's say you have a ton of money, and so you think, well, Beth has this palette, so I'm going to go get it. Next thing you know, you have a billion palettes, and you're not even on YouTube reviewing them. You just have them for no reason. You're not even using them. Or maybe you're the opposite end of the spectrum where you don't have the money, and you may get desperate and think, well, I'm going to shoplift. I'm going to steal some makeup. And some of you may be like, I'm so insulted you even say that. You just never know. No, I don't ever judge a person for what I think they may be like. I mean, I don't know what they may be like. They may be, I don't know. So I'm just saying it could happen. So stop. That's number one. Stop comparing yourself to other people. And the 10 Commandments, we're told not to envy what another person has, because when you start doing that, you may start doing in your mind things that you shouldn't do in order to have what they have. And that includes going into debt when you really shouldn't be in debt. You can't be in debt. Second, let's learn to enjoy what we have. If you have a couple of palettes, or even one, or if you have a purse instead of 10, If I have a palette, and rather than go buy a palette, even to review for y'all, sometimes I'll just pull it out and say, like I did the other day, let's look at this one again and have some fun. This is how I use it. And it's just artistic at that point, and it's fun. And that's really what this should be. But that should apply to your whole life, not just this channel or makeup. That whatever you do have, learn to be thankful for that. And just really say, Lord, you know, I have food and water. I woke up. My eyes are working today. I can see. I don't have cancer. And some of you may say, well, Beth, I do have cancer. Okay, but you can see today. I mean, whatever is wrong in your life, you have to look at what is right in your life and say, okay, but there's that. Because we could all look at things that are wrong in our life, and there's enough in each one of our lives, not just you. In each one of our lives, there's something that we could, if we allow ourselves to get down. The third thing is greed. Here's the best thing against greed. If you just want to have more, the best thing to do is give away. When you are generous and you give away to other people, it kills the greed monster. So if you think, you know what, Beth, if I thought about it, or don't talk to me, talk to the Lord. Lord, you know what? I've gotten pretty greedy. I have this continual lust for more you talk about in the Word. I'm going to start giving to others, and I guarantee you He'll nip that for you. And last but not least, that's Luke 12:15, if you want something reference to. 2 Corinthians 4:18 talks to us about focusing on eternity, and that everything will eventually turn to ash and will go away. And what matters is the relationships we had that we build with other people and draw them towards Christ, which can give them eternal life. Now, everybody we are eternal. We are made eternal. We all have a soul. We're going to be eternal. If somebody said, here's a warning sign, and they put it up in front of you, and you followed it to keep yourself from wrecking your life, then that would be a good thing. This is the warning sign. There is eternal life. And it is better for us to focus on eternity than stuff here. I hope that helps a little. If not, feel free to comment below. We'll talk about it. And I'll see you again in my next video. Bye! Don't focus on money. Focus on